shattered reflections, continental journeys, and small goodbyes. This is Gluttony and Earth. Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name is Nick, and this is Gluttony and Earth. Today I am joined by the late Kyle.
I'm dead. I'm speaking through a walkie-talkie.
The on-time Adam.
I have too much anxiety to be late to places.
And the early Baka.
Hey, I'm so early. I'm here for the previous session.
I'm sorry, so early. I was on time another time. This is maybe because of what you guys are going to be doing for this next mission. I was curious. What do you guys? I mean, we've talked about going on long distance travel, how we feel about that, whatever. I'm curious. I don't know how many people have gone out of country or not. And I was wondering if people had any particular exciting experiences with different food or different cultures that you've gotten to experience that you're very big into. Personally, I've only ever I've spent time in Scotland. I guess I've been in airports, but it doesn't matter if you spent 6 hours in the Netherlands if you spent 6 hours in the airport. For me, my favorite alcoholic beverage, Green Goblin cider from the UK, is from Scotland, and also haggis. I've had haggis, and it's really good. It's like a spicy, ground meat.
Yeah, it's like a tasteless sausage, essentially.
Yeah, it's very tasty. I was not expecting what it was. I realize a lot of the good things in life are just the shit we make after we've made the good things, like cheese and haggis, all the leftovers.
Almost related to that, the leftovers of food. When you mentioned, I haven't been out of the country. I just haven't had the opportunity to. But a few years ago, there's a Laotian restaurant in town. And basically, I was there with a friend who was visiting, and we got fried pig ears. And the reason it made me think of it was a unique food experience. That was the first time I realized how much food and beer actually does have an impact on each other. Because I had a sour type of a beer and my friend had a darker beer. And we had two totally different experiences eating the fried pig ears because of the beers we were drinking. Different flavors and how it sat on our tongues, because we then traded drinks to see. And so that was very interesting and made me believe some of the bullshit of this wine goes with this meat and that type of stuff.
Who had the better pig ear?
It depends on I think mine was better because it was it tasted like the best parts of fried chicken, the very crispy, slightly chewy skin. And their version of it was more fattier than crispy.
I don't think I would ever eat pig ear. No, I mean, that's not true. I'd probably eat pig ear if I was somewhere where they served it. I'm a picky eater, but if I'm in a place, I'll be more willing to just experience it. That's how it was when I was in. To be fair, in Scotland, it wasn't a dramatic cultural change in terms of foods, but what any you two got? You guys do travel? Any travel chumps?
I've been to Paris and Rome.
Oh.
So, Paris, all their regular food sucked. It sucks because I am an American and I need big food to fill me up. They give you such tiny foods, and like that's great and all. No wonder why everyone's skinny. But I'm fat. I need food. But their pastries slap. Their croissants. Oh my god! I dream about it. I want to go back. And then Rome. Maybe it was just a bad restaurant, but the pizza sucked. It was so. The sauce and cheese were soupy.
I gotta agree. When I was in Scotland, they had an Italian like pizza place, and I hated it. I'm used to, I've got Domino's in the fridge, just like a big cakey, greasy pizza is what I need for taste. They do like they're really like thin and like limp, and they've got like whole tomatoes on them, and you're like, this is gonna roll off. What the fuck?
But next year my family's planning to go to Swiss, Barcelona, and London.
Ooh,
so I will get back to the
exciting
food reviews with you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear. Let's just fast forward.
I don't have enough money yet. Wait, hold on.
Speaking of fast forward, we'll do this recap real fast. You guys went to the circus. That's it. Guys went to the circus.
Nothing weird or strange happened at all.
No, Darius started working on some serpent scale mail for Endien. Thellum and Endien continued their training. You guys went to the circus, finally came, Grazer's Circus. It was an alright time. It was like, again, it's kind of magical. Everything was like, it was caked in magic, but it was more of a spectacle for people who aren't necessarily in the adventure lifestyle. You guys went through a mirror. Darius didn't. He stayed outside. But Thellum and Endien went through a mirror maze. It was a little fun. Like, ooh, I look silver. Ooh, I look normal.
That was fun for Endien.
Then you guys got through. You guys got through the other side. Endien felt a little depressed after the mirror maze. Decided to go back to her apartment. Thellum and Darius went to go to the petting zoo. Had a pretty good time. Thellum started feeling a little down and jealous about all these people with family, where he doesn't really have that experience right now. And so he was just enjoying time petting the giant slug, when a tiny clown was behind them and was like, hey, you dropped this gold. Darius is like, what? That doesn't make much sense because all my stuff's in bag holding. Thellum takes the gold, and then Darius is like, holy shit, my box is gone. My special box is gone from my bag of holding. I want management and I want it now. And then the clown came back. He's like, what's your name? And Thellum's like, Thellum. And then he's like, you don't belong here. And then Thellum's like, I want management now. And then they decided, no, here, come with me. And he like brings you to the tent and lets you back inside the mirror maze, so he can attend with Darius and Darius's problems with the missing box. Thellum gets back on the other side, sees Darius. Darius has no idea what the heck Thellum's talking about. And then he goes in the ring. The genie doesn't know what he's talking about. And Endien goes back to her apartment to find that her reflection speaks to her and has a living Noor, her old pet owl. And then they get into a kerfuffle. She cracks the owl's neck, throws it to the ground, breaks the mirror, and Endien leaves to go back to the circus when a troll starts trouncing towards her. Endien. Let's get into this. I'm not going to use a map for this. You're in the city. I feel pretty confident that we can handle this as is. Can I at least, though, get initiative from you?
At least. Yeah, I figured when I grabbed the nat 1 dice, it's not a nat 1 though. It's a 15.
Okay. You go first. This troll is trouncing towards you. I say large. It's like large sized, basically.
Is it missing an eye?
It is.
Instantly, Endien pulls the bow off her back and is going to fire 3 arrows at him.
Ooh.
Because she is level 5 now and is a Gloomstalker. First shot is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Which does... math is hard when you're dumb. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And I forgot to do it on the first one. Can I still cast my bonus action spell here? No, wait, I didn't want to cast a bonus action spell. That's right. That's why I didn't do it. All right, second shot. 27 to hit on that one.
That hits.
For 9 points of damage.
The first arrow launches into it. The second arrow hits into it again, and it shatters like a mirror onto the ground.
She draws the third one, but it stops. See, it shatters. That was too easy. She's gonna cautiously approach the shattered pieces.
It's just glass, just shattered mirror.
Look into it for a second. Gotta find the other two. And it's gonna go to find them.
Okay. You get back to the circus. There's just a crowd of people. At some point, I'll say at this point, you shot your arrow. And then you hear a giant krakoom from the direction of the circus.
Yeah, she hurries over there and sees all the people. Gonna try and see Thellum or Darius. They're shorter than she is, so it might be harder to see them. But
yeah,
a couple shorties, 5'5". Ooh wee.
Pretty average height guy.
Pretty short. So short, I rolled a freaking 7 to see him. No, wait, yeah, perception. India's perception's up, but I mean it's a 10. But I forgot she's a +6, not a +3.
So what was the roll? What was the result?
10.
10. Okay. You are looking through this crowd, and all you can see is tons of just people. It's really hard to notice where they might be.
I'm gonna go. Playtest was at the exit because I didn't go to the petting stuff. So I guess I'll go over towards the exit of the tent of mirrors.
You get there, and the clown is with Darius, and Darius is pissed. He's full armored at this point.
Darius, where's Thellum? What's going on here?
This little clown took gold from us, returned the money, took something else from me, is refusing to get it back. Thellum went back into the maze. I haven't heard from him again yet.
Did he enjoy it that much that he wanted to go back in, or?
No, the still holding this clown, shakes him. The little clown said that he had to go back in, and then we would deal with my issue. Still haven't dealt with my issue.
There is a click in Endien's brain of I first saw the change in my face in there, and it was mirrors, and I just interacted with the mirror. She's not dumb, so that does click.
She's not dumb? What's her intelligence?
It's average, 10.
Okay, that's fine. The clown turns to you, Endien. while still shaking and getting yelled at. Are you enjoying your time here?
No.
Was it because of the large explosion?
I don't remember a large explosion. I heard something on my way here.
Yes, that was it.
What was it?
This man created a large explosion of sound. And it stopped the magic that everyone was having.
She looks at Darius. What did you do?
It's just the thunder wave into the sky. No one got hurt. Just trying to get someone's freaking attention so I can get my stuff back.
And why won't you give him his stuff back? Why did you take it?
I did not take anything. He had dropped his gold, so I gave it to him. But his friend took it.
I looked at the sky where Darius said he cast his thunderclap, thunderwave.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anything?
You look to the sky, you realize everything is like... Something you might notice is kind of weird, and this might align with what you know, is that it doesn't look like it's evening at this point, like it should be. You might think maybe time's passed. It's all like this nice, dull indigo sky. So it seems like it's forever this daytime. But you don't seem to notice anything like that. I won't make you roll on it. It probably just seems like he means like he spoiled the mood.
Yeah. She kind of narrows her eyes and looks back to the clowns. What's going on here?
May I ask your name?
Don't know that I should. The last person I gave it to sets off a weird sound in my head.
You do not belong here.
I'm starting to think that. What's happened?
Please. And he while he's still like hoisted up by his shirt, gestures to the tent.
What's in there?
Go home.
What were to happen if I gave you my name?
You will lose yourself.
That's not good.
There can be no names here.
How do you mean lose myself?
Please, the direction you must take. And he's pointing towards the tent.
She will go in there.
Okay.
I think
the faint sounds as you start entering. I told you I do not have your box.
Mirror Darius is having a crisis of self.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, what the fuck is happening right now?
Give me a wisdom and or intelligence save.
13.
13. As you're going through, you notice some of the mirrors start to shimmer.
I'm going to avoid those.
Avoid those. Okay. Yeah. So give me another save.
Damn it. 10.
You find, as you're walking through, sweet smelling fragrance of the dew on the grass of the forest and the leaves of the forest as maybe as the morning after a fresh rain happened, and there's a bit of like a little bit of that mist or fog from the early mornings, and you're looking around and you see in the reflections of the mirrors, you see the forest.
Still very cautiously gonna walk forward, or what I think is forward.
Yeah. As you do, you do notice. You look to the side, and you notice in the mirror. You see a reflection of yourself, without the scar. And you look a lot more carefree.
She's doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yes.
You again.
You don't. The answer you get is not from the mirror
Mm-hmm.
saying anything to you, but just a. As you look around and you notice, walking in the beams of light that come through the shade of the forest, a unicorn.
Are you real?
It looks towards you. It looks at you. You notice, it's got its long flowing mane. It's looks, even though it lives in the forest, it doesn't seem dirty at all. It looks pristine, except for you do notice there's a mark that goes up its left leg. It looks kind of like a coiled spiral around it. And seeing that mark to you indicates that you would recognize this unicorn as the one from the Forest of the Four Seasons.
Is it like a mark on its skin, or it has something on its leg?
It's like a mark on its skin.
Okay.
On it.
What are you doing here? I thought they captured you, or is this a reflection of you?
It whinnies, and then it sets itself to lay down, to sit down, rest on itself, on its legs.
She's gonna look. Well, yeah, she is gonna look around, even though she's trying to piece things together, because she shot the troll. So would he show up still? Is this a flashback because she sees herself as she was, and the unicorn's here? So she's looking around to see if she can see a troll.
You look around, and as you're... Give me a perception check.
There we go. Nat 20 for 26.
Nat 20 or 26. You look and you notice in the mirror, you see the unicorn. You see yourself from that time, and you do notice lurking is the troll.
Without a second thought, she pulls the bow and just shoots without repercussion of it. This is going to ricochet or what, but she just shoots right at the troll.
You shoot at the troll, and it shatters the mirror. And you look around, and the rest of the reflection is gone.
I don't know if that was good or not. Maybe if I had acted that way in that situation, I wouldn't be where I am now. She's gonna try and continue to make her way through here.
All right, give me one last save.
Come on, you stupid idiot. Hey, there we go. 21.
21. Yeah, you get through, and it all seems to be fine. You get out. You see the exit. You as you were leaving, you also do notice another cracked mirror as you exit.
And she looks at it for a little bit, but leaves. Darius.
So Thellum went into the ring, said, "Catch this." Ugh. You catch it, and you notice, you pick it up, you check things out, and then you realize, not just one, but there is a second, your little second Pearl action figure. There's two of them hovering there.
Darius is very confused. And directing his attention towards the one that he wasn't expecting to be there, the new one, quote unquote. And just, where did you come from? I know you can't talk. I think he just like holds out his hand for the other one to like come closer, essentially. And is probably still like looking at it and trying to figure out what's going on until either Thellum or Endien appears.
Yeah. I think at that point, both of you, Endien makes her way out and Thellum poofs back from the ring.
So the genie doesn't know anything, as usual.
Doesn't know anything about what?
What? I thought you left. Oh wait.
No, both of y'all just got out of that Hall of Mirrors. Where did y'all go? Because you've been in there for like an hour.
I have a feeling we were in Indigo,
The color?
one of the realms of Prisma.
How?
You know who I am, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Endien, librarian, princess of the Four Courts, season of the Four Courts,
Yes.
Court of the Four Seasons. Darius is drunk. Holy shit. Did y'all see another Darius in there?
Remind me, did you send in a little guy after us into the tent when Endien and I, or not Endien and I, Thellum and Endien had gone in the first time?
No, you're just going into a Hall of Mirrors.
And then out of character, because I wasn't there for this, did you send a little guy back with Thellum?
Yes, Mirror
Okay.
Darius sent his clockwork with Thellum
Okay.
because he didn't know what was happening.
Why are there two here?
Oh, there's two.
It appeared, and I don't know. It's not mine. I mean, it is mine, and like hold both of them up for you to see. I imagine there's probably like very slight differences between the two, or are they like identical?
They look identical except for they're like, if there's like any like scratches on one side, it's just reversed, like mirrored.
Oh. But I would hold them up and go, this is the same.
But
And this came out with Thellum? Question mark.
you sent it in with me.
Are you talking about the Darius that was assaulting the clown?
That one.
Why would
Yeah.
It's still your box. You still have your box. They get
This is out of context. For Darius, like, was it the one that was the Darius that was assaulting the clown?
Thellum, I think you were interacting with a... It's hard to explain. It's a
the
reflection
clown gave me
of...
gold.
Okay. A reflection of... Can I look... Wait, so what does gold coins look like in this world?
They're minted based off of like the country of origin, basically. So I mean, they're all
Is
like
there, like, a little
they're
symbol on
weight
them?
standard weighted, but yeah, there's symbols on them.
Would it be a kind of symbol that isn't uniform on both sides? It's not symmetrical. Like if you looked at it in a mirror, would it look?
Yeah,
the
right.
opposite
It
direction?
would be. Yeah, it would be.
Could I look at the gold coins? And assume see that? I don't know that these will work here.
Gold is gold. I mean, they're minted from countries, but like you can use. A lot of the weights are standardized.
Yeah, because it's straight gold. It's not something representing gold that actually doesn't exist.
Right.
Money.
Yeah.
I think you were interacting with a reflection of Darius. It's hard to explain.
Then who was that reflection of that woman?
What woman?
There's a woman in there with me.
Who?
I don't know.
And where?
Back at the lake.
You went all the way back to the lake while you were in the realm?
I don't really know what happened.
Did you give your name to anybody?
The clown.
That might have repercussions in the future. I have not determined yet.
Darius, when you mention the box, his face goes very serious, like going from like confused and trying to figure out what's happening to like deadly serious, and does check in his bag to make sure he does still have it, which I'm assuming he does. Yeah. And just as you guys are finishing up that conversation, what? So this is his. Is it gonna cause any issues that it's here?
How much, if you lost yours, how much would you want it back?
I mean, I'd be pretty peeved about it, but if it is like a direct, I mean, like, it is replaceable. It's just a, like, it's just bits of, it's the pearl in the center that's the important bit, but if he's me, then, like, it'd be an annoyance, but it's replaceable.
It doesn't belong here. I don't know what the effects would be of it staying here, other than possibly him coming to try and get it.
Does Darius know of any of those potential implications of, like, that type of stuff staying here?
You know that Endien's here, and Endien and her family are from the Green Domain. And that doesn't seem to have a implication that's destructive in any way so far. I mean, honestly, the different domains of Prisma do have various different realities and functionary rules, but it's really hard to say.
Okay.
So far, this thing hasn't done anything. The gold hasn't done anything.
Darius would, I'm not concerned about the gold, but I don't know. I don't want another me running around here either. And it may come through. I don't know. I don't know if I would. This is really hard to say. But I'm just gonna look at the mirror clockwork and say, you should go back if you can, and like motion it towards the Hall of Mirrors.
Okay. Yeah, it zips back into the Hall of Mirrors.
Does this mean they're just sending people to a different realm all the time?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like a great circus.
I mean,
None of them are.
if they are, why would we get sent back?
I don't know what the game is here.
Do you guys want to talk to a manager?
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yes, I mean, we should, like, if you're gonna be crossing into Prisma, it should be known. There shouldn't be secret dimensional travel that you don't sign up for. We didn't sign a waiver saying that, oh, you may get transported to the mirror realm. Sorry.
We're gonna sue this place.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you guys want to find, you know what, the first employee you see is a clown.
Oh, I'm going up to that clown. Where's the box?
What?
That's not the issue here this time.
Wait, are they still small?
No, this is just a clown.
It's just
There was one small clown, but this is just a regular clown.
a regular clown. Where's the mini U's?
That feels rude to say.
I'm sorry. Can I
Darius says that out loud. I don't. What my young friend here is wondering. This is probably above you, but why is the Hall of Mirrors magic? If you give me a smart-ass answer, that means you don't know what's going on, and I need to talk to the person that you answer to. Just like see the smart-ass reforming on his face.
The circus is full.
Can't even say what it's
The circus is full of magic. What do you mean?
I do know that. I also understand that you know what I'm talking about because your tents are bigger on the inside than they are on the outside, and you got weird magical darkness on the inside.
That's what I meant. Where magic, the magic of the circus. It's pretty. I thought that was a clear part of the show.
Well, what kind of magic's in the
You
Hall
look a
of
little
Mirrors?
tense. Did you not like it, or?
I've seen him
Hans is
throttle
now-
a clown. I've seen him throttle a clown. I wouldn't test him.
He just honks his nose again.
Ugh.
Cheer up. What's your problem? What exactly? You just come in here hot with the yelling. I don't know what's happening.
My friends here ended up in Prisma because of your Hall of Mirrors. And if that don't make no sense to you, again,
No.
I would like to speak to who you answer to then.
Okay, yeah, we'll come with me. I'll see who someone can answer you. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Like it's magic. I mean, magic mirrors.
Less
but not-
words, more leading us to somebody.
Yeah, well,
who...
we are walking, and it takes a little bit of time.
All right, well, you can. You
Okay.
can keep silent during this.
He'll lead you to well, his boss is a tiny clown.
Of course,
Um,
you
Tell
were
him-
talking to the manager. Ma'am, I am the manager.
I had to hold back from saying because yes, I had to hold back so hard from saying it. But hello, it seems you are not enjoying your time at the circus.
Does it look similar to the clown I saw?
Yes, yeah,
You!
me.
You gave me money.
Is that? He like looks at the other two.
What do you mean?
And you stole my friend's box. Where is it?
What he means to say is, why does your Hall of Mirror transport people to another realm in Prisma?
He stares at you for a bit, just silent. He like looks over to his employee, his clown employee, tells him to leave the room. He pours himself a cup of coffee, takes a nice long sip.
And he's just staring the whole time with her scarred face.
Then we'll try to get a cup of coffee off.
Yes, please help yourself. That mirror hall normally should not send anyone to Prisma.
Normally.
Usually that access is only for those of us touched by the second world.
Who's the second world and why'd they touch me?
I assume from your looks you are an Eladrin of Prisma. So it makes sense that you would. And your friend here, who apparently received money He is clearly of some genie lineage, marking him of Dark World.
From the Dark World?
And I'm sorry. Your friend here? Did you go as well?
No, but they
That makes sense.
rude.
Well,
Darius knows why, but just like
it's just that if you're not touched of the second world, usually that tent can give you no access to Prisma.
It seems like something you would want to be made aware of before entering. Would it not?
Primarily, the residents that enter the circus are not ones who have been touched by the second world.
You should still have a sign.
you know, like at some places I say don't enter, like if you're like pregnant or things like that, like just something where it's just like if you're from the second world,
You could
be
get
aware.
sued. Not saying we won't.
Well, unfortunately, it's not guaranteed you would find yourself in the second world, even if you went in. So, I'm sorry you had the dismay. You seem to be doing fine.
I keep a good mask. Tell me, if you could enlighten me, if someone were to enter Prisma, and specifically the Indigo realm, through your tent, and were to speak their name to somebody asking for it, what could the repercussions be?
There's no repercussions for telling anyone your name. You're just not allowed to roam Indigo if you have a name.
Just ease my mind a little bit.
Those of us who find ourselves traversing the Indigo domain, we will typically respond to ourselves through various titles, or the idea of us, rather than us.
Alright.
For me, it may be the clown.
That would imply there were no other clowns, would it not?
It would. One does not often find themselves in Indigo surrounded by people.
I'd rather not find myself there ever again if I can manage.
There may be a clockwork creature going through your mirror maze from Indigo. I don't know if it'll be able to find its way home.
Yeah, he shrugs.
Just if you see one when you pack up, just kind of looking a little lost, that's the situation.
I think at most you just have to hope that he does find his way, or else perhaps the owner will not be so pleased. I don't know. I do not own a clockwork figure that wanders around, so I do not know how I would react if it went missing.
Darius just stays silent. Like, yeah, just is looking, has had enough of this crazy ass circus.
I think we might have taken enough of your time.
No, it's quite all right. I'm glad you could find yourself getting a full experience while here.
I'd rather have.
Not every day you find yourself in a new realm. And at this point, you realize he's never blinked once.
Put a sign up. And now I must truly take my leave. Though I guess only Thellum has heard that before.
What?
As she turns and leaves, she...
Okay.
Darius just goes home.
Okay.
Darius is just like truly just so confused and baffled by everything that just happened over the last hour.
Yeah.
Once home.
So as you leave, it's just like you just hear like the loud Kaleido music. I just gotta know. I keep saying Kaleido music because that's how I've first heard it. I've also heard it pronounced Calliope or something like that because it's like spelled with a P. I don't fucking know. Calliope, yes. I've heard said Calliope, but I first heard it as Kaleido, and I don't know that if it's not right or if it's right. I'm just gonna keep calling it Kaleido because that's what's gonna end up coming out of my mouth no matter what. So I just want to.
It's the circus music. Everyone knows it. When you think of a circus, yeah.
March of the Gladiators is what that one's called.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, March of the Gladiators back home.
Yeah.
They are heading home.
Yeah. Once she gets home, she would take the mirror and put it on the floor and face it to the wall.
Yeah.
Take one last look at her scarred face and touch it.
Yep, it's all bark and everything here. Just normal. Darius. That night,
he calls him.
as you are heading to bed, you've done whatever work you're going to do for the day. You get back. You're trying to just get your mind off of all of this nonsense, and you feel like you hear the whir of a clockwork. I know you have dark vision, but you look around to see what it is, and you do see the figure flying.
The second.
Hovering above your bed, yep.
Darius would reach out for it again and just see now. This is eventually gonna cause an issue. Well, it's not mine. I was like, sorry, because I can. I'm just looking at my infusion stuff. So it's sorry, I'm looking like how I can end it. I don't think I can. I also there's too many rules for these.
I mean, you could always try and pop the pearl out of it.
Yeah, I would. However it works.
Yeah.
I would try to end the infusion that is this clockwork.
Yeah. So basically, you'll try to pop out the pearl from it, because generally the stone that gives it its source of energy. And as you hold it, you're trying to pop it out. You're looking at it in its face, and you realize the face looks more like your own face than you remember it looking. And it just says, "Give me back my box." And then you pop out the pearl, and it stops.
Darius is going to go over to a mirror that I assume he has somewhere in his home. And he would take the aforementioned box out, which I haven't thought about what exactly it looks like. It's fairly intricate on the outside, in the sense of lots of little protrusions, and there's slots and grooves, and not necessarily clockwork looking, but very mechanical looking almost on the outside. Looks like things might move, should move, could move, that type of visual on it. And just holds it up in front of the mirror as he's looking into it and says to his reflection, we still have the box.
Okay.
He's not expecting any response from it. I think he does, though, set aside the clockwork and the pearl. Like, doesn't use them for anything in the near future, but sets them aside in another section of his workshop just to come back to if they still are there, or he's definitely going to, this is what he's going to do. Sets it aside, and is going to, especially hearing what the clown said, write a small note with it, like, and put the note underneath the clockwork that says, I was just looking after him. The box is safe with me.
Okay.
And I will sign it as, what would he sign it as? Oh, he would sign it as Bernice's love.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you go to bed. The next morning, it's gone.
Oh, shit.
Not the bot, the bot, the robot, the pearl, and the note.
Oh, interesting. Myself would know who that is.
Yeah. And I guess we can keep going with the downtime. We got just I think a week more that you guys wanted to get doing. So let's see that out. Endien, give me some archery checks.
I rolled at disadvantage because I think that night Endien didn't trance very well.
That's fair.
Even at disadvantage, I got a dirty 20.
There you go. Oh, dirty 20?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. That's 2 successes.
Oh, that's a finish.
Yeah.
I thought nat 20s were 2 successes.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's like I got higher than 20.
Yeah, I was confused. Yeah,
20 is the only one.
Okay, only one. Thellum, gonna keep punching trees.
Wee. He slept because he's kind of dumb. So, 16?
That's another pass. Darius?
Yes, I got a bunch.
Okay.
I got a natural 16. So
yeah. So I think that means you finished the armor.
Yes.
Okay. Endien, is this the last one?
I only have one more.
Only have one more. Let's see what you got.
You can't fail on critical fails, right? It's not an auto fail.
It's not an auto fail, no.
Okay, I got an 11.
Got an 11.
So I couldn't fail to, if it's a 10 to succeed.
I think the DC is 13 for you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I failed.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of tranceless knights are catching up to her.
Yeah.
Just shooting trees straight in the middle of them.
Miss Endien, are you all right? Your aim seems to be shakier than usual.
I'm fine. It's nothing. I'm somewhere else today.
Well, all right. Well, I'll be here today. And Thellum, you want to give me some punching?
Oh boy, do I! It's a 17 plus 6. I could 23.
Okay, yeah, you pass that one. Darius, what are you gonna do with your last? Or I guess it depends. You guys might go another go because I think Endien wanted to finish this up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because I was going to do one thing, but then we had the spooky circus encounter.
Yeah.
Which has kind of changed things.
Oh.
I think Darius would, like, having finished up his project, the clockwork disappearing, and like all of that type of stuff.
Mhm.
Like, again, like we had talked about before, Darius was very like single-minded. I have a thing. I'm going to finish it. I'll deal with everything else afterwards. Now, again, in that moment afterwards is reflecting on other stuff. So can I'd like to do some more research into the Indigo realm of Prisma, just to see like how that interacts versus some of the other realms of Prisma as well.
I am trying to decide what might make sense for I want to say Arcana or History. No, I guess if you're researching, just do investigation. I'm being dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do guidance on myself, but I don't think my clockwork friend's going to help me in any way. 12. Oh, that's still an 18.
Okay. Yeah. You can ask me 2 questions.
I think the first would be, can, like, the reflection and then the third world equivalent exist in the same place at the same time? Like, something that clockwork thing disappeared for some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But can I and Mirror Darius exist at the same place in the same time?
Yeah, as you're looking into this, the Indigo domain, as I said before for Endien, metaphysically, it is the closest of the 7 domains of Prisma to Fracterra, the third world, the material plane. And it touches sometimes in weird ways. But yes, they can overlap at times. You know that like certain areas there are different ley lines that connect Prisma or Dark World to Fracterra. This realm at times has a possibility of overlapping in more significant ways than just ley lines.
Okay. I think the second one would be related to the name situation, mostly to verify what the clown told us of like, are there any negative repercussions, or is it just a case of like no one there has a name or would give away say their name?
It's not a problem with giving away your name, like you might think of a Fey trickster in that sense. It's that your name, if you consider yourself via your name and identity, there's a very real possibility you could lose yourself in that world. Which means that you might meld in and become part of the Indigo. You might lose your mind. It's the safest thing that people would consider is to go by a title, where that seems more somehow the idea of the person or a title is more real in that sense.
Okay.
In that area.
So it's more of a concern of if you quote unquote give up your name or say it out loud, that then if you're only identified by your name, it's much easier to forget the third world version of yourself, essentially.
Kind of like because like the way your ego exists, you're like your consciousness as yourself. Your name is kind of like a representative of that. Mm-hmm. And the more that you are using that name in this area, the more it refracts and breaks down and you lose that person. But if you are viewing yourself as a title in that realm, it seems to be a much more stable way of living than having your name.
Oh, okay. So it's more of just like...
The world always has carpenters. The world always has clowns. The world may never always have a Darius, kind of that situation.
it's your whole self is much more fragile in a metaphysical sense than a portion of yourself.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool. That all makes sense.
I think you guys are going. Let's do half a week of downtime then, just because Endien needs to get cracking. Endien,
crack it. You remind me with Hildatha. He's from Katara. Is that's
his last name? That's the
that's
Katara.
His last name. I'm an idiot.
Yep.
Where's he from then?
So when the Court of the Four Seasons was setting up in the material plane, your family lineage made an accord with the elves that lived in that area.
Okay.
So they already had kind of their own royal family, but with the accord, your family kind of has the kingdom, and they are just a very high-ranking family in that kingdom. So him as prince. Third in line, and he's not really in line of any power, kind of like you are. So his job is just as a assistant, basically, to the royal family's heads.
Okay. Before they start that day, Endien's been wearing her hood up a lot more than she usually does as of late. And like as they're getting ready, Ildath, have you been away from your home very much?
Not really, no. I've spent most of my time at the, I've spent most of my time there. I am, in my 62 years of life, I've mostly raised to be in the kingdom and serve. This is mostly these 2 trips to New Veneer, and then I had a few other, parcel tasks, but other than that, no, I've mostly been in the court.
Do you wish to get away from the court more?
I don't mind my life there. I've never really had a moment to really think more of what else I might be missing out on, other than the time I've spent here. Did you know there's a circus in town?
Yes.
I went there the other day. It was very pleasant.
Did you go into the Hall of Mirrors?
No.
Probably for the better.
I felt I was away for too long, and I didn't know if... I didn't find where you were, so I went to the circus, and I was there for quite a while, so I thought perhaps I should leave back to my place, just in case you are ready to train some more.
You are allowed to go out on your own. You don't have to be around me all the time.
Well, I'm here primarily, as a overseer and a teacher. So that's why I am here at Beck and Call as my duties.
She will look up to him so he can see her full face. If you do ever go out there and do your own exploring, I do ask that you be careful. The world isn't a nice place.
Yes, I am aware. With all the troubles that we have going on right now, it's not a surprise to me at all.
Do you have any more insight on the troubles that have been going on at home?
There's been skirmishes happening at different areas of the borders. It doesn't appear to be like an invading army or anything of the sort, but it's just strange that there's so many skirmishes that's been popping up lately.
All right. Well, we should get to training. If you report back to Mother or Father, you can just tell them their daughter is fine.
Of course.
And she'll go to train. Hiya! Hey, 25.
25, you got it. You've cleared up your mind, you tranced it out, You have retrained your feet. You finally got it. Very well done, Miss Endien.
Thank you.
Your training has come along perfectly.
Well, I suppose this means you'll be returning then.
Yes, I suppose so. That means my duties here are done, and I shall be off.
Have a safe flight.
Thank you. And then he kind of like flips back in his cloak, turns him back into a giant multicolored owl, and he goes off. Thellum, knock a tree down.
I got above a 20.
Okay, yeah, that's a pass. Darius, do you have anything that you would like to do?
I think Darius would trying to engender himself to the university is essentially going to do gaining allies downtime activity.
Oh, wait, right, yep.
So I'll start with that. I won't. We don't need to finish it. But
Yeah.
he would start on that process. So it's meet or equal to renown score.
Yeah, what's your renown score?
I have a renown score of 2.
2. Okay, yeah, so it's a DC. It's a quest of 2. So yeah, you'd be probably getting just the one. So it's a DC 10, just to mingle and doing minor tasks, maybe clean up their library, whatever other things they might have.
And then I use. What's the modifier to the roll again? So
It's a renown check. So it will be your renown modifier. So I think that's a -4.
okay.
So you need to get a 14 or higher, I think.
I got a 14 on the die.
Well, there you go. Unacceptable.
Hey!
You just have one more to go, and you'll gain that favor.
Cool. Yeah. So Darius is ready to go then. After that first bit.
Okay. If you guys are ready to head out on your mission, it's been about 2 weeks since you got the posting.
Yeah. What do we know in game about what we're doing? Because obviously we came up with
in game. Endien got note from the Dubois family. They are a wealthy aristocrat family from the nation of Lazaret. It's an island nation. They are saying that they have some troubles with pirates, basically raiding their trading ships, and they're wanting you to come out and handle that. I will say, getting there, it is going to take a bit of travel to get there. You have 2 options mostly, and I know reimbursement. They'll reimburse your travel fees, but you can you can try and get on a private or commercial airship to fly you that way. Or you can take the train, head south, and you'll be basically going across the continent to the eastern half. The trains go pretty fast. I'll explain those if you do those. But you'll basically be going over to the east coast, where you guys are closer to the west coast. And from there, you'll be heading south by ship to this island. So it's either way.
Do you two have a preference whether we would go by air or by sea?
No real preference.
Really.
What do you know about these Dubois, Endien?
I don't know too much about the family. One of the relatives I was very close with during my librarian training. I haven't heard from him in quite some time, though.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right.
Not
Yeah,
like that, though. He tried to jump out a window once when I was trying to ask him about himself.
Oh, a real avoidant type then. Okay.
He got better.
Was it him that contacted you?
No.
Okay.
It was
Oh,
one
yeah.
of his family members.
Right. Your contact from this is a man named Gillivan Dubois.
Gillivan Dubois.
He
Ew.
also asks that you.
That's my next character.
You no. He also would like for you guys to arrive as low key as possible.
As low key. So, which option would be more low key? Ship or air travel?
I think either way we would want to go commercial rather than private.
Yeah.
And not make a scene while we're on the transport.
If you go by train and sea, you can probably get travel on one of his ships. If you go by air, you would not. You'd have to basically be paying for airship travel.
I mean, if they have land transport already, and it's less of a kerfuffle for them if we're trying to remain incognito, then sounds like land travel may be our best option.
I will let them know and see if they have a ship ready for us to board once we get there.
Yeah. That goes smoothly. They're able to get that squared away. You know that New Veneer has a train station in it, premium train. It's these hulking, obviously giant steel trains. They look kind of sleek though, and you notice that there's two rails, but the train does not rest on the rails. It's not through wheels. It is floating above the rails in a form of magnetism, lifting them up on the thing, but keeping them kind of in place. The seats are kind of are comfortable. Certain train booths options have like booths versus like rows. So you might find like a booth that you guys sit in. And the train, you hear this whirring sound as it and it shoots out. For you guys on here, in the magic of the train, the inertia stays the same. You're not getting whiplash from this, but it does shoot out. Very similar to a railgun, but it is now just gliding on track as it shoots down the continent. And you see off in the distance different forests, different mountains, farms, cows, different cities. You see people working out there. You see monsters. You notice as you guys are going by, you see every continent on this planet, except for two, have these giant creatures known as Titans. They're all inert. They don't seem to be moving. They don't seem to be doing anything. They're all covered in various runes from head to toe. And this one, you're on the continent of Nomen, and each continent is named after the Titan that is on that continent. So this Titan is known as Nomen, and it's more of a human-shaped, like very colossus being, and you pass by it. You are heading down. It's maybe takes 2 days travel to get to the bottom of the continent because of the speed of the train in which it goes. And eventually you arrive at a port. You get a boat. You are greeted by a Captain Sophie Gotia. She is the captain of the ship that you guys are on, are going to be taking to the island nation of Lazaret. And from
there you will head off, and we will end the session. Oh boy. Much clowning around, am I right?
Am I right, boys?
Okay. Well, thank you all for listening. You can check us out on the Twitter. I am Bumblescum. You can also check out the Twitter of the podcast at IDL_RPGS, where you can talk and get hyped about this next mission as they travel to the islands. You can ask about the Mirrorverse with Adam at Twitter at Little Growth. You can talk about being depressed with BakaZombie at Zombie Baka. And instead of talking to Kyle, you can also go punch some trees. I'm going to run out of ways to say you can't talk to Kyle for that. Goodbye.